Hello everyone and welcome back to the State of Red Star Games. I'm Lahari, the founder of the project, and I'll be bringing you up to speed on what we've been working on over the course of the last year or so, as well as giving you a general overview of what RSG does as a whole for you new folks. For those of you who haven't heard of us, Red Star Games is a BIONICLE fan project. Our primary focus is on producing tabletop games, but we also create canon-compliant lore and world building, custom 3D printed masks and weapons, and much more. We'll be touching on each of these selections over the course of this video, with links to everything we mention in the description. Our flagship work is the Doranai Nui, a D20-based tabletop role-playing game set in the first generation of the BIONICLE universe. The game's first release was back in 2018, called the Red Box, and it's grown an incredible amount since then. The most recent version of the game brought it up to version 0.9.1.2. Ultimately, our goal is for the system to allow you to do anything that would have been possible within the BIONICLE canon, and we're well on our way with more than 20 playable species, all 16 canon elements, over 90 Kanohi masks, indices of NPCs and Rahi beasts, and a subsystem for building your own weapons, powers, vehicles, and much, much more. The Doranai Nui is made to be modular, allowing you and your group to pick and choose which parts of the system you want to play with. Over the course of the last year, we've completely overhauled how crafting works, added support for environments, custom machines, and kaita, and given particular attention to improving our players' onboarding experience. In the future, we'll be overhauling some of our advanced subsystems, completely reworking our economy, and we're making progress on some hotly anticipated additions such as Rakshi, Vaki, and the mutation subsystem. The system is still very much in development, and we're especially looking for feedback now as we work our way towards the long-awaited 1.0 release. On the note of making things easier for new players, we've also recently released the Doranai Kofo, a smaller, more approachable version of the Doranai Nui. The Doranai Kofo focuses on a more particular subset of the BIONICLE universe, namely Matoran, Toa, and Turaga, lowering the game's scope while remaining fully interoperable with its larger counterpart. This is something that part of our audience has been asking for quite some time now, and we're really hoping that this will make it easier for everyone to be able to find their place in the great story of everything. Similarly, we also offer Heroes of the Stars, a D12-based game set in the second generation of BIONICLE, for those who are seeking a rules-light tabletop experience. Heroes of the Stars, or HOTS, is made to be more accessible to all players, regardless of how much prior knowledge they might have had about BIONICLE or the tabletop scene. For those who would like a little additional depth, we've also produced a handful of optional expansion packs, including one for mask making and one for an alternate upgrade system. For those of you who saw our video from last year, you might remember that we announced that a Heroes of the Star module is in the works. That module is indeed still in development. Without giving too much away, we can say that it will feature a familiar foe, and that the story will be playable with either characters from canon or with original characters of your own design. We'll have more to tell you about it later on this year. Last, but certainly not least for our games, we have the Doranai Nui, a BIONICLE-themed tabletop war game. With 9 factions at your disposal, you can recreate epic battles from throughout the history of the Matoran universe, or tell your own tales of war unending on the tabletop. We have a lot of irons in the fire for the BN right now, namely the development of the game's second edition. If you've been keeping up with our posts, you might recall that we had to announce a delay for it earlier this year. This is going to be a massive update in every sense of the word, as every part of the game is being evaluated and refined. Retuning every unit and faction, overhauling datasheets, fixing many of the issues that existed in first edition, and generally streamlining gameplay for a faster, smoother match. We are currently in the playtesting phase for second edition, and we are pleased to be able to tell you that we aim to launch it on October 8th. For those of you following along at home, that's BIONICLE Day in Europe. We're also working on miniatures. The prototypes have consistently proven to be a big hit at Brick Fair, and we've learned a lot about what's working well and what needs to improve before we can offer them widely to the public. We hope to have more information on that here in the future. One of our primary endeavors is also the Red Star Forge. We call it co-equal with the game development team here at Red Star Games. Our team of designers and 3D modelers produce custom masks, weapons, and armor that are compatible with official pieces. Having recently moved away from Shapeways, all our parts are now printed in durable resin on demand and in-house, and can even be painted to order if you so desire. Proceeds from the shop sales are used to pay our artists and modelers, as well as keep our website up and running. The Forge has been busy this year, releasing new masks based on the Makuta we saw in Kanohi, remastering versions of our BIONICLE lineup, and even an entire set of 36 Rakshi spines and staff pieces. Our latest release is the Legacy of the Lost, a line of masks based on those worn by the Toomari. We also regularly attend Brick Fair, Virginia, in Chantilly, Virginia, where we sell 3D prints of our designs. It's great to be able to meet our fans in person, and we actually get to show our work to a wider audience. We've also donated to the show's annual charity auction, including prints of our new or even unreleased masks. The proceeds of the auction go to benefit the Slade Child Foundation, which is based in the state of Maryland and helps children in need. We hope to be able to return to the 2023 show this August. Another important aspect of RSG is our lore and world-building team. The first generation of BIONICLE ended with much of the universe left unexplored, both in terms of its timeline and its geography. What we aim to do is fill those gaps with canon-compliant, lore-friendly material that people can pick and choose to draw from as they please. We are not looking to dictate what is or isn't canon. We're just presenting one of many options for those who might want to know more about the Matoran universe and the beings who live within it. The lore that we write extends out to other parts of the project as well, and we do our best to present a consistent version of the Prime Universe. One of the other ways in which we deliver our world building is through the stories of the Akutana I Metru Nui, primarily told through the lens of a fictional group of chroniclers who seek out adventure and collect legends from across the universe. New stories are posted on our website on a somewhat regular basis, generally every few months. Most of these stories are text-based, but we've gradually been branching out into narrated versions as well, and we look forward to bringing more of these to you in the future. Our most recent story under the Akutana banner is The Many Deaths of the Toa Afobo, the ongoing tale of a Paxarek chronicler named Misiaz and his team of ill-fated Toa. We also produce longer-form guides, namely our Map Companion, which has information on islands from across the universe. Some of them might be locations you recognize from canon, while others are of our own creation. In the future, the Map Companion will be getting another significant update called M2S2, and the team is currently in the process of reviewing and adjusting how our geography and species fit together and interact. In a similar vein, our Chronicler's Guide of Metru Nui is also still in the works. We don't want to spoil too much for you just yet, but this document is shaping up to be one of the biggest lore releases we've worked on so far. When it's done, the guide will offer a view of Metru Nui at an unprecedented level of detail, with information on the city's internal politics and foreign affairs, some of its most notable citizens, and a metro-by-metro breakdown of trades, entertainment, prominent locations, and much, much more. This is a big undertaking, and as a result, it's taken a little longer than we had initially thought, but we expect to have it ready for you later this year. Work on Shadow of the Colosseum is also underway, with our intrepid team nearing the end of the role-playing section. Audio is being recorded, and scenes from across the city are being drawn as we strive to bring this campaign to you at long last. Keep an eye out for more videos in the coming months. One more thing before we go. Red Star Games is on Patreon. For just $1 per month, you can get early access to developer insights, lore previews, and occasional sneak peeks at concept art, as well as a cosmetic role on our Discord server. Proceeds go towards paying our artists, helping pay for our website, and getting us to events like Brick Fair, Virginia. Much of what we do here at RSG is made possible by your support, and we are grateful for each and every one of you. If you want to learn more about Red Star Games, visit our website at www.redstargames.org. Or join our Discord server, In the Light of the Red Star. See the description for an invite link. Additionally, make sure you check out our partner network, Mask of Destiny, at www.maskofdestiny.com for updates on this and other excellent BIONICLE fan projects. For now, this is Lahari signing off.